Hi, today we'd like to talk about infertility and how infertility is not a disease. So, infertility is defined as when two couples are having 12 months or longer, usually 12 months is our time reference for a time period, of having unprotected regular sexual intercourse. So, during this time period, if they still cannot achieve any form of pregnancy, then we will call this infertility. This is also in accordance to international definition of the World Health Organization. So 12 months of deliberate attempts and still no pregnancy, this is what we call as infertility. Now many doctors, hospitals, even patients themselves believe that infertility is actually a disease and that there are certain medication or pills. Some doctors may even recommend herbal remedies, folk remedies, Chinese medicine, herbs to actually to their patients so that they can hopefully be cured of infertility and have a successful pregnancy. But we know that modern medicine has already confirmed that infertility is not actually a disease as per se. We usually consider infertility as an outcome of other diseases. So infertility can be categorized into primary infertility and secondary infertility, and it can happen to both male and female. So there are male infertility and female infertility as well. So infertility is actually a result of specific diseases, whether it's systemic or reproductive, of the male and also the female, and then it results into infertility. So here at Antai Hospital, we have tabulated that there is up to 150 individual factors within the human body that can result into infertility. So for female infertility, let's talk about a few general ones. First one is ovarian factor, second one is uterine factor, third one is cervical factor, vaginal factor, neurological factor. So depression and anxiety is also plays a role in infertility, and also certain external infection, lifestyle, stress. If age is also a factor, there are several factors involved, up to 150 for both men and women. So infertility, although it is a very understood condition, still many couples are still suffering from this condition. It's not that we cannot treat it properly, it's because diagnosis is very difficult. To have effective result of having a healthy pregnancy, we need to diagnose which exact primary disease or secondary disease that you have that is causing this infertility. This is the problem. This is where the difficulty lies, because it can get very complex, up to 150 different individual factors, and if your doctor doesn't know, then you will perpetually suffer from infertility until you miss your window when you're going into 50s, into 60s. So you need to find a specialist that actually understands. So 150 individual diseases, if you do proper diagnosis for both men and women, then we can actually effectively treat it. A pregnancy can be had, but the diagnosis is tricky here. So here at Antai Hospital, we've understand that 150 different causes lead to infertility. So diagnosis, we put a very heavy emphasis on your diagnosis. So men and women, both partners need to go for a very thorough systemic diagnosis using hysteroscopy, 3D laparoscopy, HSG for both men and women. So if there's any problems with the testicles or the tubes, any factors that is leading to this infertility suffering from the male part, we will definitely have it diagnosed within a week. As for the female factor, it can get more complex because there's more factors involving in the female factor. So diagnosis, we need to put more emphasis on this. And remember, infertility is not really a disease, it's more of an outcome. So for women, usually the cause is due to endometriosis, cystic fibrosis, certain infections that you may have chronically but didn't realize and haven't had it treated. Adenomyosis, presence of uterine fibroids, polyps also can lead to infertility. Fallopian tube problems, ovarian dysfunction. So it's much more complex for the female part. So what we can say is that you need to find a proper specialist Here at Antai Hospital, we do specialize in diagnosis and treatment for infertility as well, and put more emphasis in your diagnosis because treatment is more achievable. It's more effective when we actually know what's causing your infertility. So Antai Hospital offers full contractual treatment for patients suffering from infertility. Now we offer you this full refund guarantee if you're unable to get pregnant within a 2-year period. That's what we can guarantee. And if you do fail to get pregnant within 2 years after receiving our comprehensive diagnosis and treatment, then we are obligated to refund you your full treatment costs. So we are putting all our efforts into helping you and your partner to start a family as soon as possible because time is of the essence. We don't want to waste any more time. Especially a lot of infertility patients are more at an advanced age because they've wasted many times, many years in rather ineffective pills, herbs, even IVF cannot solve their problem. So get in touch with us today. Do not waste any more time. Visit the website, set up an online consultation, and let's see how we can help you today.